Hold on.
What is it?
What is it? This is
This
LinkedIn.
is this is
This is
the
this
new
is
platform, yeah?
yeah, this is LinkedIn Live. And if I'm gonna check right now, go to my feed, see if we went live. Looks like we're still waiting for it. Might even be. Oh, Jordan Paris is live right now. I just got the notification.
You did this
Uh-huh.
thing up here live with Jordan Parrott, like these icons, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah. I custom. So I got this thing. Hold on, I'm editing the post. Cool. So yeah, I got this thing on.
Mhm.
I got this LinkedIn Live on what day was it? It was Wednesday. I woke up and I saw I had this live feature. I was like,
Mhm.
that's strange. It was like right on the left hand side on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
and so I got this third party streaming app, StreamYard, and customized this overlay. I spent like the entire morning. It became LinkedIn Live became my day, and
Mhm.
I went live with my friend who was at the James Altucher interview in New York,
Mhm.
who I met there, and we had like 170 live viewers, and it was. I thought we were gonna get 10 or 20 or something like
Yeah.
that. But
And
dude,
these
it was crazy.
viewers, how do they find you?
I
Are they
think
your
what
followers?
I think what happens is that it sent to everyone who follows me. It sends a notification saying Jordan Paris is live right now. And I literally walked into class yesterday and people are like, I heard you I saw you at a live event. And I'm like, wait, how do you know? And they're like, we got the notification right here. like, like everyone, 30,000, 32,000 people got the notification. So,
Interesting.
so yeah, it was pretty cool. So, man, were you,
It
Steve? Actually, I'll give context for the live viewer as I check right now how many we have. Steve is one of my best buds, and my mentor got me into personal training back in the day. When I became a personal trainer, this is the guy that I turned to when I first wanted to work for myself, and I knew I wanted to do that. Steve's the guy that helped me get off the ground. Of course, it evolved into what it is today, and it looks a lot different than it did 3 years ago. But Steve helped me, and he's trained people. He's been on the podcast 6 times, Growth Mindset University, and he's trained people like Jordan Belfort, Tobey Maguire, Spider Man, Ariana Huffington, so many different types of people. Brad Paisley, who I see in these commercials with Peyton
correct.
Manning,
I
all
know
they are hilarious. He goes,
they are.
Peyton, add positive attitude to band
Yeah, the last
shotgun.
with the newest one. Yeah.
It's for you.
Yeah.
It's
I
hilarious, man.
agree. I like that one too.
How long did you work with him?
I worked with Brad and his wife for
Hmm.
about a year, on and off. They had a second home here in Los Angeles. They weren't the primary residents here. They lived in Nashville.
Yeah.
So they lived in Nashville. And then when they came out here, I would work with them. And they also had like a third house in Santa Barbara. And the power plates that I use at my studio.
Yeah, yeah. Really, really
They
unique piece of equipment.
Yeah, they purchased one from me, and we installed it up to their house in Santa Barbara. So I went up to their house in Santa Barbara as well, and hung there for a day, two, and yeah, just good vibes. They were good people, very very
Yeah.
cordial and pleasant, and just respectful.
Did Toby ever invest in the power plate?
No, he never did. I trained him at his house, and I ended up, he would come sometimes to my studio when he had like a meeting or something in the area, and he always enjoyed it, but he never did. He was a pretty basic guy. He didn't have a whole lot of stuff at his house.
Hmm.
He had a treadmill, a true way, a Woodway treadmill, and which are great treadmills, and then just like basic dumbbells and whatnot. So he
Yeah.
liked to box. That was his.
Ah,
We would box, do some boxing drills.
yeah. Very cool. I apologize for the viewer. I'm super super red right now because it's like pitch black here on a Friday night. It's dark where I am, so I pulled this like lamp into the room. I don't have many lights in my room, so I pulled this big lamp, and it's apparently making me look quite red. But
Not
I
bad.
no, it's not bad. Okay.
You're in Florida too, so I'm apologizing to the viewers. I just woke up from a nap because I am jet lagged.
Oh,
Uh,
you were just in Japan. I was just
I
gonna
just got
ask
back from
you
Japan yesterday.
yesterday. What was it
Yeah.
like? How many? You've
Man,
been there like 4 times now, right?
this is my third time.
How many
Yeah.
days in total do you think you've spent there?
That's a good question. Let's see, 8 on this one. I would say 9 on the last one, 17 and 2 weeks. So I'd say like 24 days, somewhere around there.
24
Maybe
days.
no, longer than that, like 25 days, 26 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
in total. That's a good,
I.
I like how you frame that there rather than like
Yeah.
2 weeks or 1 week. Yeah.
Well, that's how sometimes I think about my time in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
right? Like I've lived in Los Angeles for like probably 80 days. Like I did
Hmm.
two, I know I did two 21-day stints. I did 21 days, 2 summers in a row. I don't know which ones. Maybe oh gosh. And then I know I did the first year when I came to see you in LA. I was there for like 14 days, 13
Hmm.
days.
Hmm.
So maybe not 80, but like 60, 65, something like that, which is a long
Mm.
time.
Yeah, it is. Japan's an amazing, amazing country, just beautiful place. You would dig
Yeah,
it. I mean, you saw the pictures and the
yeah,
food, but it's a long trip. It's 12-hour flight, but it's 16-hour time difference. So like your biorhythm is completely like flipped upside down. Yesterday,
yeah.
I woke up this morning at 2:30 a.m. and could not fall back to sleep. And I know, I don't have any problems sleeping, but I
No,
was like wide awake and I was fidgeting, trying to find like
I know what you mean.
trying to fall asleep but couldn't. So that's why I took a
Uh,
little nap before. I literally like my body was just felt like it was nighttime.
I did that the other day. It was Wednesday. I went out with my friend. Uh, had a couple of drinks, and it was the first time I'd drank in a pretty long time. And there's something about alcohol, and I knew this, but it disrupts your sleep. And
Oh yeah.
I could not go to bed. I got home at 11:20, and I have this thing when I if I drink alcohol at night, like whenever I come home, I'm on my phone in my bed for like 40 minutes. It's like the opposite of what I normally do.
Mm.
So I was on my phone until 12, until midnight, and then I don't think I could go to bed until like I laid there for an hour and a half, probably, if I were to estimate. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to go to sleep tonight. I'm pretty
You going
excited.
out?
No, I'm pretty excited about life right now. Like
Oh,
I
good.
because
You just got a new car,
I
right?
I
You
bought
said
a
you were at.
I woke up today. I did not know. I didn't know I'd buy a new car. I bought this beautiful new Mustang. It's fully loaded. It's like the EcoBoost Premium with like the performance package. It
Nice.
goes like 0 to 60 in like 4 point something seconds. I
Oh,
could
fantastic. Why are you
every
on the call with me? You should be out driving.
I'm gonna drive right into this. I've been at the dealer all day, but I've been so looking forward
Why did you have
to getting
to
on
get rid of
live.
your other car? I know
Well,
how
yeah,
you really loved that car. It was your
yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
car, and you enjoyed it a lot. A
Yeah,
lot of memories there.
I had the 2014 Mustang. I got it. I got October 2nd of 2014.
Mm.
And yeah, yeah, I always remember that. But a lot of things were starting
You
to go
worked
wrong
hard
with
for
it.
that.
Yeah, I
You
did.
saved. You were waiting tables and
I
bussing. You were
know.
bussing, right?
I literally bust tables
Hmm.
like just to save up and get a cool car. Like
Yeah.
it was it was cool. And I worked hard for this one too.
Hmm.
And but everything started going wrong with it, I just kept like replacing little things.
Yeah.
Things just start falling apart. And it's like I took myself I tweeted today, take yourself out on dates. Cause I love taking myself out on a date.
Hmm.
And I was like, I'm gonna take myself on a date to Barnes and Noble, you know?
They have them in Florida, so they
Yeah,
don't.
they're
They don't have them here in LA anymore.
whoa.
Now it's
Wait,
all the
yeah,
Amazon
you get the
books.
Amazon bookstore, which is awesome. But I on my way there, I was passing the Ford dealer, and something willed me into the parking lot. And this guy comes out, and he's like, you need help, and I'm like, no, I don't need help. And he walks away. I was nice about it, but I didn't want pressure. I
Yeah.
wasn't there to buy a car,
Yeah.
and And then and then I walk into the office 5 minutes later. I go to the same guy. I'm like, "You guys have convertibles?" And he's like, "Yeah, let me show you." And so 6 hours later, I got a brand new car, ran the numbers, and it's all good. And
That's great.
uh, just a
What
like
color?
very spontaneous thing. Oh, this is the best part. Ready
And
for
you
this?
traded that one in, obviously.
I traded. See if I can share my screen. Yeah, I traded in my car, my black one. Let's see. Share.
Pretty dark. Let me turn my light on.
So, can you see my screen, Steve?
Yes,
So, let's see. I got it in. Never
not
mind this
her.
person. No, it's not her, but so
She's the one you're going to be taking out on a date tonight. In that.
this is I took this to Barnes and Noble. They let me take it, and I put the feelers out there. You guys like it? And everyone loved it. And
It's a
then
great looking car. I
there
love
it is. Oh,
orange.
and there's it's pretty cool. You see like the halo
Yeah,
under the
yeah.
car. Yeah,
Under the,
I
oh, that's so Florida. That's
I
great.
yeah, I noticed it when I locked my car, and I was like, no way. Let's see. I gotta stop sharing my screen. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. But how's life for you?
That's great. I'm feeling good. Other than a little jet lag, I'm drinking some pressed juice,
I miss it.
which is some good stuff. You got to fill your body with good nutrients after you fly that long, and get back in sync. I had a pretty busy day today too with clients, so that was kind of challenging. But I'm good, man. I got some big news. One
Oh,
that I haven't told you yet.
can you share here?
I can. I'm gonna. I
Yes.
am taking a sabbatical,
Yeah.
uh, a moratorium, if you will, some time off. April 1st. I made the decision along with my wife and our dog, and we are going to go on a road trip. We're I don't know how long, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even longer, to explore new possibilities. I've been in my studio for 12 years now. I've been living in the same space for 12 years, and it's time to spread my wings and explore new possibilities. And I'm not sure where, but I need to let go of it. I'm going to have somebody work the studio while I'm gone so the clients still have,
Really?
somebody. Yeah, I don't want to be irresponsible. It's not professionally responsible to just like cut them off. They depend on me, many of them,
Right.
and they really rely on the work that we do. As you know, I've had clients for as long as 14 years, and these
The
are really
Resnicks
important.
probably.
Yeah, the Resnicks. These are
Yeah.
really important, relationships that built over time and nurtured. And, most of them on average are like 7 or 8, but still it's an amazing um, accomplishment, if you will.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking it lightly just to like, pick up and leave. I want to make sure these people are taken care of. And it'll also provide me some passive income while I am on the road, not really working too much. And then just go on this road trip and see what's out there. And at that time, I'm gonna have my book finished, which I'm writing,
Nice.
and I'm gonna incorporate a little book signing tour and public speaking opportunities and all that good stuff. So it become a little business, but mostly pleasure. So I'm excited about that.
Little mini retirement.
Yeah, well, it's a midlife sort of adventure. Someone yesterday said, "Are you going through a midlife crisis?" And I said, "Not at all. It's not a crisis. It's the opposite. It's like I just want more out of my life. A crisis would be like I have to do it. Like I don't have to do this. I'm choosing to do it. I'm in a financial position. I have comfort and means and everything that I need in place, and I worked really hard to get where I'm at. But I've hit a ceiling, and the only way to do it is to break through that ceiling and kind of jump into some new territory. So we're going to take a look and see how that looks and do that. So I'm stoked about it.
You think
And then
you?
the
Yeah.
opportunities maybe to do business without having to be in LA. Maybe I'll keep my
Hmm.
studio and live somewhere else and maybe come visit my studio once in a while if I have something going on. Like on Sunday, I've got the Denver Broncos physical therapist coming in with a couple people, and I'm going to meet him, and he's got to do some work. So, I mean, there's some really great people that come into my network because I had my studio. And I think that that's a good opportunity to just keep that, and, on the sideline, so to speak, and then I can be doing something else.
Questions. I have a whole series of them. Uh, where are you going to be putting all of your belongings? You're still going to be paying rent at your apartment.
No, I think we're going to let our apartment go.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just so we can make it really official to have to, like, if we do come back, have to find somewhere else to live.
Burn the boats, go to the island,
Yeah,
burn the boats.
That's right. Tony Robbins says that, so we got to do that, I think, to make it real. Otherwise, we can come back and just fall into the same routine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you see my life. I have a great life.
Yeah.
It's an easy routine, and it's, easy in the sense of like, I designed it, right? You're saying design your life. I've designed my life. I live 3-minute walk from my fitness studio, and that in this city is a blessing. There isn't anybody that can say that they can do that, really, honestly. And that's something other. The only other thing is to work at home, but I don't know if I'd even like that, because it'd be too close for comfort. I like to have just that location and get away far enough, and be home in a 3-minute, 4-minute walk. So, I think that
and Westwood's beautiful.
Be good.
I love the area, the UCLA area. But here's my other question: Are you still going to be the one paying rent at your studio, like not someone like so?
Yes,
okay,
I'm still going to be.
So you're getting a revenue share. You're getting a revenue share. So like, that's great, because I think you're going to really unlock now the power. Not that you don't know this, but like freeing yourself from like the cost of living in LA. Like I literally think that from the percentage that you earn of each session, you'll be able to make it just as well in in another state. Like
I agree.
Could live off of that.
I agree 100%. You're absolutely right, and that's that perception. When I say that I charge $200 an hour, people are like, "Oh my God, that's so much. You should be super rich." And it's a lot, no doubt, but in LA, it's not.
Well,
and it's
look at it this way: the average American has only $10,000 saved up. I know for a fact that you have way more than that saved up.
Yeah, like, way more.
And if you even, I heard this on James Altucher's podcast. So I coming from David Bach, I don't know if you ever heard of him, finance guy, but he said, and I tweeted it out today: if you save $10 a day for 100 days, so $1,000, you have more money saved than 6 out of 10 Americans.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's sad.
Yes.
People are broke in this country, and we live on debt. And remember I went through some challenges in that area because of the economy crash in 2008, and I swore I would never go back there. I got myself out of $120,000 of debt. Like, that was just compounding with interest on loans and credit cards and stuff that I used to open my fitness studio to make it luxurious and, have the best equipment and everything that, at the time was just super high end. It still is high end, but, when the economy crashed, it put me under quick. But I pulled out of it without having to go bankrupt and anything like that. And from that point on, I've always lived beneath my means, living, more frugal and knowing where I'm spending my money and making sure that I'm doing it the right way, not buying frivolous things. Like, my one wish was to have a Porsche, and I had a Porsche, and that was an awesome car.
It's
and
my wish too.
And, yeah, you'll have it. And it's a great achievement, and it was awesome. But after, I was done with it, I was like, I'm going to try for a month to not have a car, go from one extreme to the next. That's kind of how I work my life.
A car for a little bit, yeah.
I still don't have a car. Like, we have one car in our family.
You bought the Range.
Yeah, we have the Range Rover now, but that's just for our family. That's not my car; it's our car. So, it's been 2.5 years. So I've been able to save so much money.
Yeah.
What's that?
The ego's got to kick it.
Yeah, the ego, like, I mean, it was, I don't care. I'm like, my ego's high on the fact that I don't have a car and that I've done this,
Right.
that I'm more like eco-friendly and I'm,
Dude.
spending way less money annually and I'm saving it and investing it and
Yeah.
going to go on a road trip now.
Yeah, man. It's so funny. Yeah, you mentioned the Porsche. When I pulled up to Barnes and Noble with the new Mustang today, I I pull up next to in the parking lot my two dream cars, a brand new Porsche Boxster
Mm.
in yellow and a white Corvette. I said, now,
Oh,
granted,
nice.
the colors should be flipped around. I like the white Porsche and the yellow Corvette.
Uh-huh.
But I'm looking at them and I'm looking at my orange Mustang and I'm like, screw those. Like, this is sick, man. And then
Hmm.
right on cue, I get out of the car, walk up to Barnes and Noble, and I see this kid, probably like 18. It seemed like he was looking for his like, to like buy his first car, probably like, because he was, I don't know, he was with his parents too, and he's like, he goes up, he goes like, hold on, and as I'm walking into like Barnes and Noble, and I see him, he's like, hold on, and he's like checking out the car I just pulled up in, and
Nice.
I was like, you like it? I'm gonna buy it in like an hour.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So it was like
That's
good. It was
good.
like good confirmation. And then,
Yeah, and then
dude,
good for him too,
yeah, man.
celebrating.
Yeah, it's funny too. I pulled out of the dealer like before I came here to get on live, and I pull up to a stoplight, and this guy, he's probably like my dad's age, he's like, he's looking at my car, and then he's like, and then he rolls down the window.
Did you have the top
I'm like,
down?
I got it. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, I got it 5 minutes ago. He's like, be safe.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But
It is. That's a beautiful car. Mustangs
yeah,
are classic American cars, well
yeah,
made, great engines, and just great
yeah.
all around.
Along the lines though of like, we're talking about money and like how much the average American has saved up. It gets to be that way. You said living off of debt. Like, people spend what they don't have. I want to be very clear here that the car that I just bought, I bought it because I had the money already in savings.
Hmm.
It's not money that I didn't have. Like it's not the case. That's like rule number one that I learned from
Hmm.
my dad, and just common sense. Like, don't spend what you
Yeah,
don't have.
exactly.
That's how people get caught up in this crap.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle, and it's easy to get into. I mean, because everybody, like, the advertisements show it. There's credit card commercials, there's car commercials. Oh, zero down,
Zero down.
whatever, or 0% financing over 5 years, whatever it is. Like, everything's on credit, even
Yeah.
mortgage. People mortgage their homes here. Very few people own their homes outright, and that's a death sentence. The word mortgage is
Mm.
mortgage more. It comes from the Latin word mort mort,
Well, there's like mortal.
and
Mortal is bad, like
yeah,
dead.
mortal's bad, but
It's literally a death
mort.
sentence.
Yeah, it's a
Let
death
me look
sentence. So
this up.
mort,
Mort.
and it's Latin root for death, and basically it's a financial death sentence
Yeah.
that you're getting into,
What
right?
does the
So
root word mort mean? Oh my God. Yeah. The Latin root word mort means death.
death. Yeah.
Literally death. Wow. Mortgage. Ha.
Yep. Yep. So
That's
it's a
hilarious.
death financial sentence. And so, why they're 30-year mortgages? Because that's usually a lifespan. Like, when the time someone buys a home, they average that
Mm,
out. They figured that out. It's not a 40-year mortgage. It's, they want to make sure that people pay it off in their lifespan.
yeah.
Back in the day, people didn't live to 90 as often. They didn't live to 80s often. I mean, the average lifespan today is still 77-ish, somewhere around there, right? So when someone buys their first home in their 30s, usually is around that time. 30 years, around that usually comes about 65 years old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Hey, buddy, I know I gotta let you walk the dog, but I want to
yeah,
make
and
sure.
we're good. She's actually laying down. Her eyes are closed. I haven't taken
Oh
her out
yeah.
since like late morning, so
Well, I
we're
gotta
okay.
eat. I gotta eat and drive the car anyway. But
Oh, okay.
is there any,
Well, I'm having a good time.
before I point people
Yeah.
um to where they can find you? Like, is there anything else we should talk about today? What's on your mind
Uh,
that we
well,
needed
let's
to discuss?
talk
Or
about my podcast,
yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah.
going great. Good building.
Did
I didn't release the Devon Franklin
Steve?
episode today. I just got too tired yesterday. I like literally, I
Mm,
mean, I just I couldn't get it all in. So I'm going to release it on Monday. I'm going to put time into it on the weekend. You put together that awesome, the video for it.
yeah,
So I'm
it's a
stoked on
beautiful
that.
video. Yeah.
Yeah. This interview is extraordinary. It's awesome. I mean,
Oh,
he is
good.
so powerful. He's beyond. He's like one of the first questions I asked him after like the introduction was like, "Who are you?" You know, he's
No
got this
way.
kind of superpower, human like magnetism. He really has a very cool, story. He's a producer. He's
Yeah.
been in Forbes magazine. He's Oprah
Yeah, he's been. I
Winfrey.
mean, he's
Like,
been in everything. Here he is. Can
yeah,
you see him?
yeah, I could see him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I've
He's a
yeah, I've known Devon.
he's a preacher.
Yep.
He's got 3-time New York bestselling books. He's got movies. The dude is the real
Prolific.
deal and super cool. We actually befriended, and he gave me his number. So I'm gonna reach out to him one time. We're gonna hang and try and
Nice.
get some.
He
He's
live in
only
LA?
41. He's only 41 years old, and he's just crushing it.
Really?
Yep,
Wow. That's
really
very
nice
cool,
guy.
man. Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm psyched
excited
to
to
get
hear
that
that.
one out. And then I just reached out to this guy that I heard on, do you know Align podcast? It's called
I
Align.
think I've heard of it. Let me look it up.
He's
Line
he is a like kind of
podcast.
yogi, and he had this guy on, Calvin.
Oh, I see.
He's friend.
Okay.
He actually works with Jim Quick. Like
Ah,
he like does lectures with Jim Quick, and he actually does, I think, private yoga with Jim Quick. I know that's one of your mentors, but he's a really great guy, Aaron
this
Alexander,
is
and
super cool.
he just did a podcast with this guy who had a traumatic brain injury, falling off of a balcony or falling off of something,
Yeah,
and was
yeah.
in a coma, and has come out and now is like taking on this big passion of helping people with brain injuries through nutrition and science. And
Does it happen to be Dr. Will Cole right here? Because I
no,
know no.
it's
He's a great doctor.
go down a little bit.
Oh, Alex Benayan. I'm interviewing him on November 19th.
Cabin.
Jim Quick.
Um,
Hey, there's Jim. My boy
yep.
Jim. Dude, that was so cool when we met him at the
Yeah.
cryotherapy place.
Cryotherapy, right? I
I
didn't know
went,
who he was. I'm like, who's you got all
yeah.
like you got all
Let's see.
googly. You're like, oh, I'm like, who is
I
that?
know,
In the...
because I was literally, it was crazy. Oh, you know it.
Yeah,
On the
yeah, yeah.
flight, yeah, here we are.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
In a
Whoopsie.
bathrobe, half
On
naked.
on the on the flight on the way to LA the day before, I'm listening to this guy Jim Quick. It was my first time ever ever hearing him, and I was like, I fell in love. Like it was like things I'd never heard people speak about before, and I was like so obsessed with it. I got into LA. I told you about him,
Yeah.
and then we saw him the next day. It was like, oh,
Yep.
that's pretty cool. I still got to reach out to him. He's hard to reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So I got this guy. So I reached out to this guy, cold called him, and he responded back, and he's going to be on my show. So I'm psyched about that, just because, fellow traumatic brain injury survivor, and he's killing
yeah.
it. He actually pulled out of it. He had some brain damage, like hemorrhaging, whatever it was, where 90% of the people that have this,
Wow.
like, are either death sentence or in a coma for life. And he pulled out of it, and then got into like nutraceuticals, and found he wanted to know what feeds the brain. So he's got a platform called Feed a Brain. Let's see, what is it called? Yeah, feedabrain.com. And that's his, platform now. He's helping people through nutraceuticals. He's going into hospitals and talking to like the loved ones of, of the patient, of loved ones of the patients who have had traumatic brain injuries, and showing them the way, like saying, hey,
Mm.
give them, this supplement, that supplement, this supplement, and, do it this way. And, blah, blah, blah. It'll help the brain and refunction and connection. And, there's no guarantee, but why not help, help increase your opportunity, to heal properly. So,
And you're interviewing him. Very
Yeah,
cool.
so I'm
Yeah,
psyched about that.
the podcast is on the rise as it always
Yeah, and we're gonna
should
do
be.
more, man. Now I'm, working with you, and we're gonna talk about some of the
Oh,
marketing strategies I
yeah,
want to implement.
we got that conversation. Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
we'll talk
Yeah.
about that again and kind of go there. Now it's time to go to the next level. So, and you're the man that make that happen. Your
Yeah,
business has
man.
been your advertising business, your marketing business, your
Yeah.
podcast business, all like full circle.
Yeah, it's all coming together, man. And
Yeah.
it's been fun. I was gonna ask you something completely oh yeah, I wasn't even gonna ask. For people that are hearing Steve talk about his podcast and like, oh, this sounds cool, which it does. I recommend checking out the interviews with like Sugar Ray Leonard, the legend
Mhm.
boxer. That was a great interview. I am healthy and fit on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The and is the symbol, the ampersand symbol. That might help you in your search. Or you can just Google I am healthy and fit Steve Jordan. Or actually, what's even better, stevejordan.com. People can find
Yeah.
it there. Noah Galloway, you interviewed that guy with one arm.
Noah Galloway. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the cover
He's
of Men's Health.
the most successful men's health edition in history
Yep. Who
because of
else?
that being him in
You
there.
you interviewed Jordan Paris.
Yeah. Jordan Paris.
That was episode 4, a long time ago. You'll hear a
It
very
was.
different JP on that
Yeah.
if you listen to that. So probably shouldn't listen to that.
Richard Leider,
Yeah.
who's considered the Pope of Purpose. He's like, if you're looking for some, inspiration on purpose-driven life and knowing your purpose and your why, that's a great episode to listen to.
Yep.
Yeah, some great people there.
Who else, man?
What stands out?
I feel like there's one more I'm missing on like the front on like the home page here. I'm gonna go to stevejordan.com. Friends, you can go to stevejordan.com with me. Check it out. Let's see. This is a cool website, man. I wonder who made it. Let's see.
I don't know. Some guy.
Oh, it was okay. So yeah, it was Dr. John Rady, who I know you.
Oh, yeah.
That was a cool interview for you because you were really impacted by his book. What's it
By
called
his
again?
book. Yeah.
Oh, our friend Nir Ayal.
Yep.
There's me interviewing Steve. That was on both of our podcasts. That was a
Josh.
really good one. Oh, and Josh Perry,
Yep.
great guy.
Really good guy. I just referred him to somebody, but I haven't heard back from him.
So people were wondering. I showed this picture to someone. This guy's 85 years old. There's no way he was 85 in this picture. Don't tell me.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but he is 85 years old. He doesn't look too far off, man. That guy is super inspirational. If you haven't listened to that podcast, it's actually a really good one. The guy is super knowledgeable and he's just a really down to earth person. I mean, at 85 years old, he's still training people. He's still killing it. He's got an amazing site, Ageless Living, and he's got he's doing the online marketing. He's got his own podcast. Like, it's cool to see somebody, in that generation, like doing the things that, generations, 4 generations younger than him are really getting into.
Yeah.
So
I know you're really impacted by Maris. You loved her
Maris.
documentary on Netflix. That's the thing, man. Like people sometimes wonder like where I get the inspiration to why do I interview who I interview? Like I read a book, I watch something on TV and I'm like, oh, I should reach out to that person. Like there's a product that I really like to use. I'm like, oh, I should reach out to that person. You watch the Netflix documentary and you reach out to Maris, and she's and she got back to you.
Totally. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, that documentary brought tears to my eyes and just an inspirational, uplifting story.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I got to. I got a pretty free night. Like I'm.
Do and let me know what you think. I think you'll be inspired. I know you will.
Yeah. By the way, in case you don't recognize these images from Growth Mindset University, this same template here, obviously,
yes,
our agency created these. Duh. Aesthetic.
No, it's definitely, it adds so much more oomph to it, but I still can't figure out for the life of me that Photoshop glitch that I was having. So I was like, remember you had spent the time to show me how to do that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a simple draft. I'm like, I tried it again, and I was like, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't be bothered. So,
Yeah.
like, this
Funny,
is
man.
just annoying.
Something weird just happened. The broadcast on LinkedIn just like failed. It ended. It seems like unless it went back up. Oh, yeah, it was live. It's not even
It
there
says
anymore.
live on mine or on
It's
yours,
because Facebook.
35.
We're still live on Facebook, but nobody cares about Facebook. But yeah, man. Is that trying to think? Yeah, I am healthy and fit. SteveJordan.com. Is there anything else? I can even. How about I in the broadcast and we'll just talk for a second.
Cool.
Let's see.
No, it's all good.